kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Northwestern's offense will go to work first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. RPO complete to open the drive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game, because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Firing to the right, complete. Turns it on in midfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 2 set of downs. To the air, it's John. Snagged out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Wants to fire on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Eaton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is automatic.
So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it really shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Add those stats, young fella.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking for a man. It's John. Snags it over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would just rough the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Northwestern coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quick.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can...
Critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him be direct.
So here comes the Michigan offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll leave it with the lone back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Wolverines have moved it inside the 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
On third down, the jet sweep as they try to move the chains. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Northwestern will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Lofts one high and deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Running to Green. Picks up the first down. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To throw, it's John. Right on the money. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Force the turnover. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll set up to throw. Flips it out on the screen. Right midfield, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Trying to slam in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
221 wing, 221 wing. Let's go.
Power ahead. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's John. it in. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Finds a man on the right. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Dropping back, it's John. Right on target this time. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Sets up the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up the 3 spot before the break. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Never a doubt. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left. This half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. There he goes! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end now in motion. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Michigan. And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looking to pass. It's John. Got his man. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. You're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
It's picked off and another empty drive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Michigan offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead,
Goes upstairs. And the Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
this guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for a man. It's John. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Northwestern will send out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The inside handoff. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Obviously, this offense has had their way, getting a huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket.
Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Wolverines are threatening on first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Jackson gonna throw it. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Eaton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long through the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Northwestern! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
At the 35, he's open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and goal.
Cooler!
Trying to power it in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Well, where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss.